Hello and welcome to episode 82 of Raw and Score Trivia, the podcast that was voted best trivia podcast in the Charnwood Podcast Survey. The fact that I organised the survey and was the only one who voted in it does not make it any less legitimate. Thank you very much. I am the Quizzard and I just got back from performing with one of my bands at Murray Bateman Field Day. Yeah, the performance went pretty well, but I had no idea how much I would enjoy Murray Bateman Field Day. If you're not from the area, it's basically like a big country fair, and they had piglet racing with little piglets in sequin vests. They had a gumboot throwing competition. They had that thing where dogs try to jump really high and grab a rope. They had this really cool super old steam engines that still ran. I feel like I'm sounding sarcastic right now, but I legitimately had the bloody time of my life. I don't know if it was just the fact that I knew that I had a silly amount of chores to do when I got home, but I did not want to leave. We are scoring out of 35 points in Raw and Score with 20 single point questions in the question round, a hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. This week, the game is Odd One Out. In this game, I'm going to give you 4 words. You have to listen for those 4 words throughout the question round because I'm going to say all of them except for one. That word is the odd one out. At the end of the question round, if you can tell me which word out of the 4 I didn't say, you get 5 points. For this episode, the 4 words you're listening for are the words Berlin, link, coconut, and guitar. Here they are one more time, lock them away in your memories. Berlin, link, coconut, and guitar. All right, so remember to listen for a word that I don't say out of the words Berlin, link, coconut, and guitar in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. In which movie would you hear the quote, "Say hello to my little friend"? Scarface. Never actually seen it for some reason. I reckon I'll watch it next weekend. Question 2. Which social media site has the most users as of 2025? That would be Facebook. Question 3. Who did Jennifer Lopez marry in 2022? She married Ben Affleck. Question 4. What colour is liquid oxygen? It is light blue. Obviously, if you just said blue, that's totally fine. If you jumped into a pool of liquid oxygen, do you think you'd drown or could you just breathe it? I honestly don't know the answer to that question. Question 5. Link is the playable character in which series of video games? Legend of Zelda. Question 6. Which 2 colours appear on the Chinese flag? Red and yellow or gold. Question 7. Generally, when reading piano music, it is written using treble clef and which other clef? Bass clef. Question 8. Comedian Daniel Tosh is the host of which popular TV show? Tosh.0. Seems like the type of show I should have grown out of at the age of 13, but no, I was watching it when I wrote that question. Question 9. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean? Amelia Earhart. Question 10. Which cocktail is made from white rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice? It is a pina colada. How bloody good is a pina colada? You can't be unhappy with a pina colada in your hand. It's not possible. Question 11. Which phone manufacturer released the Galaxy series of phones? Samsung. If only they could work out how to turn their messages blue, they'd be right. Question 12. In the original Space Jam movie, what is the name of the aliens basketball team? They were called the Monstars. I watched this not long ago, and Lord, does it hold up. It's great. Question 13. What country would be an anagram of the words my anger? My anger. That's Germany. Question 14. What would you call a phobia of darkness? Nyctophobia. Question 15. Athens is the capital city of which country? Athens is the capital of Greece. Question 16. Which rainforest is the largest in the world? The Amazon rainforest. Question 17. Which artist had the 1984 hit When Doves Cry? Prince. It actually had the trophy for the most melodramatic song title ever until Taylor Swift released Teardrops on My Guitar. Question 18. What colour is the McDonald's iconic letter M? It is yellow or gold. I'm such a sucker for their Monopoly game. My health actually takes a large hit every time they run that promotion. It gets me so good. Question 19. Which bird has the fastest wing beat? The hummingbird. And question 20. Which sport is Wayne Gretzky best known for? He is known for ice hockey. Okay, that's it for the questions in the question round, but did you remember we're playing Odd One Out? I asked you to listen for the words Berlin, link, coconut, and guitar for one that I didn't say. Lock in the one you think I didn't say now. All right, I did say Link. I was talking about Legend of Zelda, and Link is the playable character. I did say coconut. I said coconut cream is one of the ingredients in pina colada. I did say the word guitar. I made fun of Taylor Swift's song Teardrops on My Guitar. But I did not say Berlin. I said Germany, did not say Berlin. Give yourself 5 points if you got that one right. Coming up after the currently imaginary ad break, we have the unbelievably stupidly hard trivia question and the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is a new one called This or That. I'll see you in a moment for that. We're back. It's time for the question that should never be read in the presence of a cow because it drives them insane and they'll kill you. The really hard trivia question. All right, I've got an unbelievably hard question for you. You get 5 points if you know this one. Here it is. What is the only country that is named after a woman? So the only country currently in existence that got its name from a woman. Can't believe there's only one. The patriarchy is real. Do you reckon there was a lady called United States? Sounds like a pretty name. Five more seconds. All right, I'm going to tell you what my guess was because I thought it was a really good guess, but I was wrong. This is not the answer, but this was my guess. Georgia. I was like, surely Georgia's named after a girl called Georgia. Nope, probably named after a guy called George. The country that was named after a woman is Saint Lucia. named after St. Lucy in the 1500s. Didn't even know it was a country, but it is. You get 5 points if you know about St. Lucia. Moving straight along, we have a brand new bonus round this week. This one's called This or That. This one's actually super simple. I'm going to give you 2 categories, and your job is to guess if what I say belongs to category 1 or category 2. For example, if the category was singers or actors, and I said Britney Spears, you would say singer, or both, because she's also been in How I Met Your Mother. Terrible choice of example by me. I've confused it a little bit more, but I think it's a pretty simple game. I don't think I need to explain it anymore. You just need to tell me if is it this or that. The 2 categories today are Transformers and electronic music producers. So I'm going to give you 10 names. You need to tell me if it's the name of a transformer or an electronic music producer. Each one is worth half a point here. Just before we start, I'm going to give you less time than for a regular question here because I kind of want this to go off gut feeling rather than you guys really thinking hard about it. So you're going to get about 3 seconds to answer each of them. All right, so this or that. The categories are transformer or electronic music producer. Starts now. Going to start with an easy one. Megatron. Megatron is a transformer. He is the leader of the Decepticons. Number 2, Deadmau5. Deadmau5 is an electronic music producer. He's very famous and wears a big light-up mouse mask. Number 3, getting harder now, Dogfight. Dogfight is a transformer. He's an Autobot aerial ace who loves close combat dogfights. Number 4, Gut Cruncher. Gut Cruncher is a transformer. He's a mercenary Decepticon helicopter who sells his services. Number 5, Noisia. Noisia is an electronic music producer, actually a group of electronic music producers, well known for making dubstep and drum and bass music. Number 6, Delta Heavy. Delta Heavy is an English drum and bass music producer. Number 7, Excision. Excision is an electronic music producer. He also makes dubstep and drum and bass. Turns out a lot of the artists who sound like Transformers make dubstep and drum and bass music. Who would have thought? Number 8, Skyhammer. Skyhammer is a transformer. He's an Autobot helicopter who combines with a jet drone. Number 9, Noise Storm. Noise Storm is an electronic music producer. Makes a bit of EDM, breakbeat and trap. Last one, number 10, Ruckus. Ruckus is a transformer. He's a battered, tough as nails TriggerCon buggy, according to Wikipedia. I'm not even sure what a TriggerCon is, if I'm completely honest, but he's a transformer. Remember, each of them was worth half a point, so halve your score, whatever you got there, add it to your total, and that's your score for this round. I've got some funny ideas coming up for different this or that rounds. I'm excited about this game. I like it. But yeah, I've always thought that Transformers often sound like dubstep producers, as if Megatron isn't a dubstep producer. Come on. Delta Heavy? That's a transformer. It's not though. Anyway, don't forget, if you send me your name and score on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, or however you can reach me, I'll give you a shout out at the end of a show. This week, I heard from Amy, who scored a 21. Emma was Amy's rival last week. They played about 400 together in the car, and Emma also got a 21. It's a tie between Emma and Amy. The Towerwood Propagators scored a 24.5. Did the graphics department beat them? I know you're all dying to know. Yes, the graphics department win this week with a 26, which means pencils are better than daffodils today. Rick and Nadia scored a 17, Laura scored a 20, and the Covina Yappers are proving they're the team to beat at the moment. They scored a huge 28 to win the week. Thanks for listening. I think I might go back to Murray and Bateman Field Day. Probably sounds like I'm sponsored by Murray and Bateman Field Day. I'm totally not. There were piglets in sequin shirts, all right? See you later. I'll see you next week with another episode. Bye-bye.